Hi, this is Arthur, and this is a summary of the Akitsu Kimodameshi event in Genshin Impact version 3.3. The Traveler and Paimon head to the Kamisato estate to talk to Ayato about a test of courage event he's inviting them to. The event requires being the first to find certain objects in Chizuru Forest. There are 3 objects to find in 3 rounds of play. Throughout the event, scary things are set up to scare the participants. As they leave the estate, they run into Ito. Ito invites them to help scare the other participants at the event. The Traveler and Paimon agree and head off with him, not knowing that Heizo is secretly following. Ito wants to practice scaring people first, so he runs off and tells the Traveler to prepare to be scared. The Traveler then heads over to talk to a staff member and starts the event. Despite Ito's pranks, they manage to find some dango milk, the object of the first round, and win. They then bump into A, the Electro Archon, and she points out that a game has been set up on the beach. That game is called Akitsu Yuge, a game that originated from Akitsu Hazura. A goes on to say that Akitsu Hazura was a common game played by yokai at a festival called the Mikawa Flower Festival. A side note, in Japanese folklore, yokai are supernatural entities or spirits. In Genshin Impact, pretty much any non-human character from Inazuma is a yokai and has supernatural abilities. The Traveler heads back to the event grounds and joins Ito in trying to scare people. As some people come by, they jump out to scare them, only to find that they're actually ghosts. The gang runs away when Ito realizes that the ghosts also ran away from them and that they probably aren't actually ghosts. Ito runs off to catch up to the 3 ghosts and the Traveler follows when they run into a lady talking to herself. The lady warns them to leave or else lose their souls and they lose consciousness. Heizo shows up and wakes them up. Heizo tells them that he's here to investigate the game on the beach. The game suddenly appeared one day and people seem to be able to play it without anyone operating it. One person playing the game found themselves trapped on the beach for hours. Heizo then leaves and the Traveler catches up to Ito. Ito couldn't find the 3 ghosts and comes up with a new plan where he's just going to hide and ambush them when they show up. The Traveler then heads off to start the second round of the test of courage. The object they need to find is a fan, and the Traveler finds it and wins the second round. The Traveler then finds Ito and the 3 supposed ghosts they saw earlier. Turns out the ghosts were actually 3 young yokai, and they were planning to host a festival for yokai and humans. The 3 young yokai are actually grateful to humans for driving off the monsters in the forest and making it a safer place to live. The yokai were the ones who set up the game on the beach and were just following the Traveler to see their reactions. The festival idea was based on a yokai legend of a samurai who wandered into the Mikawa Flower Festival hundreds of years ago. There, the samurai befriended a yokai named Kamai, and the 2 played Akitsu Hazura together. Thus, the game was meant to be a symbol of friendship between the 2. The yokai also know that a human was trapped on the game for a couple hours, but the yokai claim it wasn't them. With the mystery solved, the Traveler heads to the beach where the yokai's game is. There, they see the lady they met before. Thinking the lady is actually a yokai and friends with the young yokai, Paimon convinces her to play Akitsu Yuge with them, and they agree that the winner gets a wish from the loser. The lady wins and wishes that they never cross paths again. She also warns them that if they ever see her again, she will steal their souls. The Traveler then heads back to Chizuru Forest and meets up with Ito when his gang shows up and claims they've seen a ghost. The young yokai have no idea what they're talking about, which means the lady might actually be a ghost. Heizo goes with the Traveler to investigate, and they participate in the Test of Courage's 3rd round. The 3rd and final item is a hagoita, or a paddle used to play Akitsu Hazura. The young yokai also join in and help find clues. After finding a bunch of clues, Heizo deduces that the lady is not a ghost and heads to the beach where they find the lady and the hagoita. Turns out the lady was actually a yokai that emerged from the hagoita and gained a human form. The lady then says her name is Hanyuda Chizuru. Chizuru then tells the rest of the story of the samurai who wandered into the Mikawa festival. After their first encounter, the samurai met Kamai repeatedly every decade until he became an old man. Yokai live far longer than humans, and seeing the samurai so old and frail saddened Kamai. After seeing that sadness and seeing the young yokai trying to befriend humans, Chizuru decided to try and scare humans away because she didn't want the young yokai to experience the pain Kamai did. Chizuru also reveals that she was the one who trapped the guy on the beach for trying to vandalize the game the young yokai set up. Yae Miko then shows up and explains that she was there and witnessed the friendship between the samurai and Kamai. Yae tells him that Chizuru did not see the end of the story. Kamai went on to befriend the samurai's descendants and died fighting alongside them. In this way, the friendship between Kamai and the samurai was not truly broken, but simply continued on in a new form. Yae goes on to say that because of how temporary our lives are, we should try and be happy in the present. Ito then shows up and states that he will lead the charge in hosting a new Mikawa festival. After finding vendors setting up the festival, everyone goes and enjoys themselves. Afterwards, the Traveler and Chizuru speak alone. Chizuru thanks the Traveler for being friends with her and tells her that she wants to change the wish she made earlier. Chizuru now wishes that every day of the Traveler's journey be filled with joy before disappearing. Turns out, Chizuru's hagoita has been losing power over the years and now she has seemingly passed away. And that is the end of this quest in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. If you've liked what you've seen here, please like, comment, and subscribe.